Hey everybody, welcome to Twin Talk, a video discussion show where twin brothers Chris and Kevin drink and draw while talking about comic books, movies, and all things pop culture. We're your hosts, Chris Hart,
Kevin Hart,
and today we're taking a look back at JP3. Jurassic Park 3 is a 2001 film directed by Joe Johnston, who's pretty famous for doing the drawings, storyboardings for movies like Empire Strikes Back, and he also directed Captain America: The First Avenger. So this guy is a talent. Unfortunately, his talents can't save this script. This is definitely the messiest and worst of the initial three movies.
That's where I think they went wrong, is you don't have the original dynamic duo on this thing. Yeah, freaking John Williams composing and Steven Spielberg directing. That's where the magic is lost.
It's
and
just
obviously
absent here,
the book stops after the first two, Jurassic Park and Lost World. So at this point, they're just trying to make,
commercialize the franchise.
There's a lot not to like about this movie, but there is a lot of also, mid.
It's not atrocious.
Softly entertaining things.
Yeah, it's not a train wreck.
No.
There are some things to like about it.
It's entertaining.
I guess I would compare this to like the Spider-Man 3 of the Jurassic Park franchise, right? It's a 90-minute action adventure. It almost feels like a thrill ride. You're in, you're out. You get the dinosaurs. You get the bare bones of the script. It's fun. As a film, it has a lot of flaws.
Yeah, because a lot of it looked like something I would see at Universal. Not very impressive as far as like the CGI and the practicals go, especially
at the turn of a century. With
10 years later of the first one, that looked and holds up so much better.
It does, yeah.
And even just like we were going back, like the motivations to get back on the island, the family, annoying AF.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I cannot stand this family.
Which is sad because William H. Macy and Tia Leone, they're great actors and actresses, but they're just poorly written. And poorly directed.
Pretty poorly directed. Even Alan Grant, Sam Neill, like a lot of the lines seem so phoned in. Like
really, I felt like he was very Alan Grant. The only thing in this movie that I don't buy into is that he would go back to this island for money. I don't buy that for a second, because that's the motive in the first one. Is that Hammond promises that he would like fund his dig site for the next 3 years or whatever.
This one once.
Exactly. Yeah, it's like you just
twice. Shame on me.
You just witnessed all this carnage, and I guess like
they weren't gonna land.
They weren't gonna land, and he thought, oh, it's a second island, Isla Sorna.
But his dig site was not being very well recognized and funded. No one really cared about. Like he was almost like he was the dinosaur of the new age. They didn't care about.
They briefly showed
archaeologists anymore.
He's talking in the college. People are walking out on his thesis. So I guess, but that's not strong enough for me to still. A lot of the things in this movie do feel of his character, but that one thing always pissed me off. That he would go back for money. It's just stupid to me.
I feel like even the logo, I do like the Spinosaurus edition. It's a cool, fun addition to the lore of like, oh, there's a new dinosaur that we haven't seen before, like, and it had a cool design. But again, just the practicals don't hold up very well. The pterodactyl's by far, that's my favorite dinosaur, and so this alone like saves the movie for me.
You loved this as a kid, I remember.
As a kid, I ate this up. I loved the guy.
More merchandise, more toys we had.
Yeah, I had all the toys of the Billy and then the Spinosaur and pterodactyls, and we would even pretend. I'd put the backpack on, pretend I'm like, flying around Jurassic Park, but I
would just drown him in the pool.
Even then, like, it's just, as a rewatch, this is a tough rewatch.
Yeah, this movie requires alcohol. Like I said, it's like Spider-Man 3. It's I don't know. I feel like I like it more than you, because upon rewatch, my wife has a soft spot for the movie, and she was like so hyped to rewatch this, and I was like, I don't remember it being that great. And even rewatching it, I was like, it's not that great. But there are some things in it to me that really work. Like, for instance, the pterodactyl scene is pretty horrifying in my opinion. With the fog, and he's like, it's a bird cage.
The bird cage.
And the thing lands, and it's so intimidating the way it's walking to him. The scene with the Spinosaurus when like the William H. Macy's cell phone's lost in its belly.
Yes.
And they turn around and it's just standing there staring at them.
The freaking ringtone.
Even now, it like freaked me out. I was like bone chilling looking at that thing. I was like, I would hate to be on that side of the fence.
That was a good shot. A couple good shots. Yeah.
There are some good, fun action adventure scenes with decent suspense. I feel like they lose a lot of this is where the franchise starts being like less suspense. Here's the dinosaurs, but there are some decent remnants of suspense in it. Like
even when they went into like the headquarters or whatever, that scene with the raptor
where it's like in the tube or whatever.
That was pretty. I was like, oh, that was a good jump scare right there.
It is. Yeah.
And actually, I mean, that's really what the theme of this movie is you got a family looking for their baby, and then the raptors are looking for their baby with the stolen eggs or whatever. So that was kind of a cool little story bookend, I guess. But there's everything in between is just not strong enough. to like resonate as cinematic
carry that
history
theme
with this
too.
franchise.
Yeah. I think it's so far fetched to me that the raptor would just be like in the glass, like like
what's going on over here?
Yeah, waiting for her to come and look at it. And Tia Leone, like I said, she's such a good actress. It's always like,
Okay, you're free.
it's like a ragdoll that they're just shaking. It's like, all right, if you could just do this for this scene, and like
she's like Gumby.
Yeah,
she's got no
and
bones in her body.
She's got that. Oh god, they try to give her
the
like
butch haircut,
the butch haircut,
the soccer mom haircut.
Yeah, like there's remnants of like you could tell that they're trying to go like the Ellie Sattler route with this character. She got the blonde short hair, the pink shirt. It's like, but it's just. It's so hollow compared to Ellie Sattler.
She's not really like a good female character.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, who's buying the fact that she's married to William H. Macy? Even if he's swimming and he lost 50 pounds in this movie, it's like, come on, guy. The guy looked 70 at 40. Now he's 70, still looks 70. Come on.
And the whole plot twist of like William H. Macy and Tia Leone being like these fake millionaires, right? Mm-hmm. Like, wouldn't you wait for the check to clear before you go on Dinosaur Island with these guys? Mm-hmm. Like he said, he's just like a paint and tile guy that's looking for his son that got lost on this island. Which, by the way, let's talk about the son. The son, I remember hating as a kid. Upon rewatch, he's the smartest damn person in the movie. This kid is so.
What's that say about this film?
This kid is so resourceful. I didn't hate him as much as I did when I was a kid, because when I was watching it, I was like, okay, like he's actually like I said, he's resourceful. He's smart. He knows all these different things. The adults in this movie are like buffoons. So stupid compared to him. Yeah,
the kid's just like surviving off Malamars.
Yeah,
like,
he's eating a Crunch bar. No product placement.
I don't know, man. He was there for like 8 days, 8 weeks, or something like that. Said, yeah. I don't know, man. That's a vicious island. You know, like again, people with guns, they don't survive here. You expect me to believe that this kid that's like covered in ivy and he was walking through with like grenades and is like, I am the knight. You expect me to believe that he survived this? I don't know, man. Pretty far-fetched.
I want to see the spin-off where he's collecting T-Rex piss. That's what I want to see. Just going back to what you were saying too before, compared to the first two, which are older, this movie doesn't hold up as far as CGI goes and practicality. It does feel more of like an amusement park ride, like the with the robotics. I just feel like what they did in the first two movies was Spielberg would use practical dinosaurs for close-ups, like the T-Rex and stuff with the eyes looking in, and then do CGI broad shots, wide shots. In this movie, there's a lot of CGI close-ups and practical stuff in the background, and it just looks off.
Very awkward looking, yeah.
Let's get into favorite scenes of this movie. Mine is gonna have to be the dream sequence. when the raptor is literally like Alan. His hands are on the seat, talking to Alan Grant.
This thing bought a plane ticket.
Who wrote that scene?
It's eating, the cashews are handing out in the
I remember even being, what were we, 2001, we were, 10? 9?
Yeah.
I remember seeing this and be like, when I saw that raptor talking to him, I was like, oh my god. I was like, are they going this route right now? I was like, are they really doing this right now? Oh my god. I was like, are they really going like the human hybrid dinosaur? Like, oh my god. I was shocked, but that's my favorite scene of the movie.
He's gonna come into that. Pterodactyl sequence steals it from me. That's the highlight of this movie. Saves the film for me. That's one thing I don't like too, is that Ellie is not with Alan. That's a very odd thing to me, but I guess like she wanted kids, he never really wanted kids. She got out of the game, he was still kind of in it. So there's like things they tried doing here. But yeah,
I'm excited to see that dynamic in Dominion, because obviously they're gonna be together again. That was one thing that really hurt me. I was like, why did they not end up together? I mean, it makes sense.
But you wind up saving him, thank God.
Yeah. But I am kidding about the dream sequence being my favorite scene. My favorite scene in this movie is the riverboat scene.
Yeah,
I think that's a pretty fun, entertaining sequence.
We used to play that in the pool. We'd be like
pretty on edge,
trying to reach the phone.
Yeah, reach the phone. They're drowning. This thing's on. There's fire and stuff. And they literally just escaped pterodactyls, and they got to deal with this Spinosaurus.
It was like one thing after the other. I did like that.
Yeah, it's fun enough.
Worst death.
William H. Macy's cell phone in that pile of crap. Those steaming piles of feces, and they're all in there like. Upon rewatch, I was disgusted by that scene.
The noises. It's like
it was
putting your hand
nasty.
Making meatballs. You're like.
Yeah, I was like, and there's no soap anywhere.
The worst death. I mean, I would say Billy, but he didn't die. Thank God. We found out that he was just very badly injured by
Thank God.
But that airplane guy who was like, please stop.
Yeah.
I was like, don't leave him behind. He's like, get out of the way. Not only does he get like cut by the freaking plane propellers, the Spinosaurus comes out, nabs him for lunch. Mm-hmm. That poor guy, man.
Rough stuff.
The first movie we never said a worst death for, but it's obviously the guy in the toilet bowl.
Come on.
That's the iconic one right there. When you gotta go, you gotta go.
Final grade, Let's hear what you got to say first.
Upon rewatch, this movie's not as good as I thought it was as a kid. You know, a couple cool moments there, but the privileged white people ruined the movie for me. 6 out of 10.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 6.5. It's just passing. It's not like an atrocity, but it's not good either.
It's serviceable.
Yeah, it's entertaining
enough.
I think what helps it is the runtime, 90 minutes, which is very short for a Jurassic Park movie. Any movie in general, really. But I feel like that's what suits this movie best. Get in, get out. We knew that they made this movie for the money, and for those reasons, this movie is what it is. It's just okay.
For those reasons, I am out.
It does pick up later on with the franchise. There are more highs to be seen, so that is good. It's not like Jurassic Park's franchise just plummeted all the way.
What did you guys think about JP3? Let us know in the comments below. Anyways, that about wraps up today's episode of Twin Talk. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, comment below to join the discussion, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more content. We'll see you next time. Peace!